not Reynad, had something to say, remember? Remember when he said one of these famous words? You're acting like everyone is stupid and can't compare two similar things. Paying to play and blah 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 because it cuts off, guys. Unfortunately, everyone alive is stupid. Nobody is honest about it. If I'm gonna, but if I am able to be but then I'm not stupid because I know how to be honest. What do we do, guys? The moment you learn honesty is already you're smarter than most of the people. So I don't think you can solve this problem. But I guess that's the point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No one's gonna acknowledge their own stupidity, obviously. Good, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. You keep trying to stretch the pay to win slur all you. No. 1 second, Reynad. He reverted the change pretty much. But what he delivered was completely different from what we expected, so I don't know what you're stretching there, you know? Stretching your pockets? Because you're gonna get a lot of monies. Mm-hmm. Why do I bring this up again? Because that shit has played out, right? But I'm one of those players that can play it twice. This is the most popular topic after all. Technically, Reynad having legal troubles, having trouble releasing the game fast enough, releasing the game that is absolute dog shit is also something I want to add, but I guess it's someone else's opinion that they can play it and they enjoy it. I have a trouble fucking pressing play button, for example. When I press play, it does. Normal games they do play. This game, don't play. Don't play as a normal game. It's probably because this game is trying to be what it's not. It's trying to be professional, but it's not professional. And it's sort of like a situationship where it's like, let's fake it until we make it. And it's a very disgusting sort of strategy, I would say. Because it kind of actually tricks a lot of people, and he is already using the fact that everyone is stupid. He is already abusing that fact. Just like every other rich person, guys. Every other rich, famous person already abused the fact that people are in fact stupid. Yes, offense, but like we don't not gonna talk about it, okay? Like just take the offense, okay? Because I have trouble as well, but I don't care. It don't matter to me. I'm not gonna call it out. It's not a relevant fact to me. I don't go out of my way to spread disease, basically, unless I have a specific target. Then we can spread disease all over, dude. And that's target. We can vomit because we have a target. It's a lot more direct, you know. And technically, he had a target, so maybe Connor should have been banned before things got public, you know. What else does he have to say? Ah, yes. No, you can't say is. We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. No cards. But now it's sort of, I guess, past Reynad is also stupid and not honest about it. But he slipped through our fingers, guys. He's no longer public at all. He does not show up in public at all. Anyways, there's two things that we can combine that are the most popular things on my channel is quitting Hearthstone and Reynad. We can actually combine these two things together in this video, guys. Aren't you excited? I'll pretend you're excited because if you keep watching this video, you're excited. What else do we have bleeding here, Reynad? What are we having? I don't believe that spending money will be boosting. By the way, he's. Oh. Oh my god. He's replying to a rat, so. This is very interesting. I think it's a legitimate concern when content that can boost your win rate is locked behind a paywall. Just hope your confidence translates to the game. What? Again, it's fake it until you make it. model, basically. And they got caught, but Reynad does never gives up, you know? The thing about stupidity, it's usually hypocritical, you know? Reynad don't want to be honest about nothing. Don't want to be honest about not playing his own game properly to just test the damn thing. Now he's a CEO. Now he sits back, all the way back. He doesn't even have to turn on a fucking camera so people can see him anymore. He don't have to do shit. Every single time he levels up, he disappears that for that much. For that greater amount. Which is why, today, we have to reminisce on what Reynad used to be like. Because it used to be way better back in the day. You know? We can probably turn Reynad into a better game than BAZAAR is. I don't think BAZAAR is a game. I think it's a torture simulator, just like Hearthstone. And that's why you would quit Hearthstone and BAZAAR at the same time. You just need a little bit of time, though, to understand that BAZAAR has nothing to offer. It takes time, guys. One upsetting thing, you haven't watched the upgraded version of BAZAAR as a joke. What? Why would you do that to me? This is basically the iceberg. Maybe it was like outshadowed by this, which is literally what we're talking about. But I wanted to explain why BAZAAR is trash. And the main reason, you can see on a thumbnail, the biggest insult is that any amount of testing your builds versus just pure numbers that you can generate, an actual thing where it's not random, you don't get a random opponent. Look, some basic fucking mechanics are missing where it could be a lot of fun. Or they just died for some reason. Like, it's so pathetic. It is basically a money-making machine more than a genuine game by genuine game developers. Alright, it is just something that's received funding and now has to receive more funding and attention. And I really want this to be outcompeted by something way better. There's so many cool things that are possible. And I am forcing myself to actually go in front lines and face this fucking fool, basically. But yeah, it's much more different to just go back and see Reynad for what he is. I don't know what I'm clicking on, to be honest. I just see Rat, Dr. Ratso, so I'll just... And people are pretty honest. I mean, Dr. Ratso is like, not very smart type of person, if that's what the name suggests. I wouldn't give a rat that too much brain cells. That's pretty honest, dude. People are fairly honest if you just know what stupid is. Know what stupid behavior is. People are genuinely kind of honest. I don't know, man. How can you fucking end up like this? Anyone that expects to win more after buying an expansion will be disappointed. And they win a lot more. Because those cards are just way better on average. Because it's crazy. People have debunked his fucking every move.
Seems like everyone's around 8 right now. No, because I have 2 draws for Akana. Right on time. Fuck this game, dude. I could switch decks, I guess.
Kind of depressing vibes. I don't like this.
I really don't think it's...
I don't believe that spending money will be boosting anyone's win rate. That's not the problem. Because it's also provable with the Mac. At some point, when Mac was released, I'm not sure about now because Mac population has been reduced. But overall, Mac be fucking balling the ladder like crazy. And whether you have to pay for it or not, it is fairly difficult to acquire a whole fucking class. I didn't get it. I can't spend enough time to fucking acquire an entire class. In those terms, if we can say that Hearthstone is less pay to win of a game, because there's always like a fucking, you know, scale of how pay to win the game is. It's always going to be pay to win. Every single game is going to be pay to win. You pay money and you accelerate your win rate significantly, right? In case you can own more good stuff. Some players blame. Wait. Can you slow down? Some players blame everything other than them. Oh my god. Oh my god. It just keeps going, doesn't it? When they lose. Oh, I have to. Like, if I apply this to myself, this would be like the greatest insult of all time. I don't want to blame myself for a very interesting reason, is because the game sucks. You know? If I try to actually learn the metagame, I would not enjoy it as a game. There is a way to overcome this, and is to remove the metagame from the game. But there is no metagame. There is no just play this specific set of cards and win game. It's crazy. So of course it's not gonna boost anyone's win rate, but because nobody tests the fucking game, the moment these things enter the meta, and the moment small group of people learn how to play these cards in his game, small group of people get to fucking cheese the game blind, bro. And they can share information amongst themselves because you have to. You have to. It's BAZAAR wiki. You have to have all the information. You have to data mine all the information and access to all the cards. And people will be able to abuse certain meta strategies that others cannot have access to. And it will at least feel bad to lose against new cards in the first place. And how can you be good at recognizing that it's the same your win rate haven't changed when you're losing to these new cards? It feels so much worse. Even if they can somehow patch the game fast enough, which I still doubt it, okay? It is like, high esteem reply, and it's another fake it till you make it strategy thing. To pretend that you have the highest esteem, to pretend that you're fucking Elon Musk and you're inventing new type of fucking cars that can go straight to the moon. But then nothing happens, for years. And some of them explode. So they keep losing. As they lose. Now, I wonder what kind of people Reynad has observed to be able to even tell this line, right? What is he like? Can he go public with his observations? Because I can observe other players, but again, I'm the only person who actually uploads losses, besides Eureka, right? But Eureka does not fucking complain. I'm the loudest and the proudest person when I lose. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed because I'm not enjoying the game. I can lose and be completely fine with it. It would be the craziest thing if I kind of hijacked the narrative, and rotten Reynad's brain more than anyone else in this community. I'll take that trophy, dude. The Brain Rotter 3000. Because he fucking deserves it, bro. If he does not understand my point of view, as they lose, they keep pointing to things other than their own decisions that cause that. How can I possibly, point at my own decisions? I can't do that. I upload the video, so the audience does that for me. It's the magical thing of, uploading videos to YouTube. You hope that someone else is going to point out. However, I don't want nerds to actually tell me that I could have played an entire different build. That is, whoa. That is wild. You could have just played drill builds this whole time and gotten 3 more wins. And it's like, no, the game sucks if I have to play drill builds. as the only thing I have to play. If there are special cards in the game that you have to learn how to maximize potential of, and all the other cards don't fucking matter, that sounds pretty bad. At this point, I'm sitting on top of fucking Reynad, and I'm just better. That's just how it feels like. I'm just so much better, so much fucking ahead. I don't have to participate in this community, and I literally feel like I fucking brainwashed Reynad so hard right now. Why? Because he disappeared as well. Like, I was kind of making fun of these, like, patch notes a little bit, and he just kind of slowly disappeared. Of like, fuck it. I'm not gonna introduce patch notes to anyone. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm getting so mad. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. I feel so responsible. It feels like it's just straight up for me. But if it's me the problem, if I'm the loudest and the proudest of trashing BAZAAR with my full fucking speed, why can he talk directly to me and figure out my point of view? You know? Oh, he can't do that. If they get killed by an expansion card, they call it pay to win. They will feel bad. They will feel bad, bro. They will not know what hit them. Because they can't really access that card and see it for themselves and feel it for themselves, right? If they get killed by a default card, they'll blame balance. Well, if I get killed by one card over and over and over and over and over again, I think that's justified. Alright? Or matchup orange. If I can't blame matchup RNG, I don't know what the world is comprised of. Because it's not fucking atoms, it's little Reynad balls. Bro has so much balls to say matchup RNG. Like, he didn't even recreate it. Like, he actually ran away from every single aspect of Hearthstone. He let people match up with anything. Or just random. Don't matter. No ladder, no climbing. You just keep ranking by beating up some bronze players. You know? So the only thing you're incentivized to do is just copy the meta and paste it onto your inventory, and you win game. It is like the most brain dead fucking competitive piece of shit I've ever seen. Pull out his, big game. Fucking big game he has. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Now, it is kind of lovely to be able to beat up bronze players for anyone. Queue in and beat up a bunch of bronze players. I'll take it, dude. I'll take it anytime. The problem with that is I am also a bronze player and I have to queue in to much greater players who do play meta, who do just beat you up, who at day 8 start making the game making no sense. There's nothing. There's nothing left of the game. At day 8, all the noobs are gone. They got kicked out. So, yes, balance and matchup RNG right now is to blame. And this is crazy, by the way. Matchup RNG, dude. That one is crazy broken. Or the lack of free wins from skill-based matchmaking. What is that? What do you mean? What does that mean? Can someone translate? What is this? If they spend money, they won't actually. Again, I will always buy, if I can, I will always buy cards that got nerfed least amount of times. I I hope you understand my strategy here. I will always buy cards that have been nerfed the least amount of times because very likely we're gonna hit one of those cards that Reynad did not give a fuck about. We're gonna hit one of those puffer fishes, Puffer fish eye. Come on, just fuck off. But so much ego for nothing. Keep working. Say we'll try and make things better. It's like, don't fucking argue your way through this because it's fucking pathetic. None of these fucking arguments actually stick. It's crazy. People do tend to take some accountability, especially if they are influencers. I'm not exactly sure who he's even talking to. You know? How does he know that how a regular player fucking plays the game? And I've seen people take accountability in ways that they type in a coherent message of like, this ain't happening to me. I try this one thing and it's just I get countered. You just never know when you're gonna get countered. And it just feels bad because there's nothing you can do. It's just a random matchup that counters you, that you cannot prepare, you cannot react to it, and the game falls flat because we're talking about the smallest portion of the game, by the way. The part where you click attack and you fail. And that's it. That is like 10% of the game that people are complaining about right now. And Raiden is like, you're not correct about this 10% of the game. How dare you? How dare you insult 10% of my fucking game? I'm so pissed right now. Do you understand this is 10% of your fucking game? Fix 10% of your fucking game! I don't understand, dude. Yeah, it's the hardest part. Somehow. It's the hardest
far
part.
from the craziest way I've lost. That was pretty standard. A lot of
You can't always concede an argument when we're just talking about 10% of your game. You can always concede and be like, maybe I don't understand. That's 10% of the game. 90% of the game I do understand, where you just put Lego pieces together in random variations, whatever, right? And they actually kind of changed 90% of the game almost as often. You know, the starting point, and the skills, the way you enchant and upgrade items, everything changes in the 90% of the gameplay. But the 10% of the gameplay doesn't seem to change that much, doesn't it? I don't think he understands that part of the fucking game. But yet he's so fucking loud, bro, about
drinks.
It pisses me off.
There's like endless variety, like, I don't know, different blends from different regions out of different types of
Drink more tea, guys.
tea plant. I prefer black teas.
I don't drink tea, by the way. Tea's for fucking pussies. I drink milk and whatever jam or cocoa powder I can put into it, based on the moods. Fuck your tea.
At night, I'll drink green because they don't have as much. Most of the tea
Technically, I say fuck tea because I'm poor.
I drink is grown in
Sorry about that.
China.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
China make
I'm even too poor for tea. Alright.
Dragon Well is like one of the most of like, I think like 100 something types of teas at my house.
Not a picky tea drinker, but he has 100 types of teas. Got it. Really got it. Well, you're still tea connoisseur, isn't it? Picky? Yeah, you're very picky if you picked 100 types of teas. What the fuck? Picky? Picky is a noob term. Jeez. This guy buys a truckload of tea. He has a fucking tea storage compartment.
I don't like blends as much though. I really don't like this. He's just gonna
Spill more tea.
bow it down.
I feel there's 100 types of tea you can spill. Please, Reynad, why don't you stream some tea into my cuppers?
It's the right
I would
one.
make so much more content, you piece of shit. Why you don't spill tea? Please.
Okay.
Please,
Those are basically
Reynad,
the
please.
2 cards. I've seen it.
So much tea already spilled. Why did you just concede, bro?
Actually,
Your win
a
rate
lot of
is low,
stuff in there
dude.
today. I actually had no idea.
After all this raging, you still conceded, bro? Bro, what happened to you? We thought you were the best in the world at ripping off stupid human
Yeah,
beings.
people still play that deck.
Damn,
It's crazy
bro.
to me. Absolutely crazy to me.
Wait,
No idea people still play that deck. It's crazy to me. There's a lot of spell.
What happened?
Cards. I am a card. I've seen
What? Okay, he
actually
wins.
a lot of Spell Hunter today.
His content is actually hard to keep track of. You just don't know what you're gonna see. I don't know if it's as bad for me, because I do also skip around a little bit, but I do show a little bit more of the combat. This is just kind of like Reynad's talking about tea. That's it. That's all we get so far. I don't know if this gets better from here, if this is worth watching, if this did not just poke 40 eyeballs, you know, and stole their attention. I'm sad, guys.
Absolutely crazy.
I'm really sad. Wait 1 second. I need a special amount of minutes. We need to take average. 36 plus 53 plus 58 plus 41 equals the magical number of average 47 minutes. We have 47 minutes for this video. I need the best new video, guys. Please subscribe as well. Do whatever it takes. Type in a comment. Type in smork Reynad, give me more tea, Reynad. Type in that meme that you just found in this video. We need to break through to have a new video finally, so I can like rest assured that this year is different than the last year. Please. The only other option I have is making like some fucking ridiculous rogue deck. I'm not very interested in that, but I'll try. I'll try playing rogue decks. But don't force me. Make me win.
Some of you might
This is a very abusive deck, this fucking Cube Warlock.
be thinking, Reynad. Coffee says, thank you for not being salty on stream today. The stream today is giving me nostalgia for those streams way back when you first started playing Hearthstone and you were building your first handlock deck on stream.
Even here is like sentiment of, I like the old Reynad. Yeah, again, I didn't thought that this would happen, but a competitive player created a competitive game. But not in the way that you think. Competitive for this guy means he copies and pastes some meta deck and plays the fucking meta deck. And if you don't do that, then you don't have enough skill. But I thought the point of BAZAAR was to like squeeze the value of things you have. You know? Technically, when there's gonna be like tons and tons and tons of items, maybe BAZAAR will be worth playing. When there's gonna be 2 billion items, then it will accept that now you don't get meta anymore. But for now, the funny thing is about BAZAAR is we get a bad taste in our mouths, isn't it? To start with. The game starts with bad taste. Here, you kind of would enjoy retro Hearthstone. Because the vibe does not change across 10 years. Hearthstone looks exactly the same way. Pretty much. Although Cublock is a very bad example. But I will never, never in a million years say that retro BAZAAR was way better. When it was simpler times. No fucking way, dude, will that happen. And all these achievements of making a game just kind of like fall apart. One by one. Slip through the fingers. He will never get the retro achievement.
Mindlessly, like, worried about the clock. It's not
Yeah, don't misplay, bro. Don't misplay. You're gonna get tired. The worst part about BAZAAR is definitely matchmaking. It's definitely the fact that I have to play stronger players, and strong players get to play weaker players. And it's like, what worlds do we live in, bro? Reynad creates an amalgamation of the stupidest decisions ever made for a gaming company. I can't believe that. And I wish I could like step aside, but I kind of committing to making Pokia and just like poking even more fun later on when it's out. when it fucking breaks all scales, all charts, and slaps Reynad straight in there, where I rotted his brain. It also gonna slap that booty, bro.
Not gonna get 5% higher.
Sorry about that, guys. I can improve his video significantly. Shit. Sometimes it's hard to summon me. You know, Red Bull sounds like, here I am. You ask and I deliver. I improved his quality of content significantly now.
Win rate. It's better to like focus on every single game.
Yep. Let's focus.
And if I'm noticing I'm having that feeling too much over a few games, then I know I'm playing badly. Even if I can't even like see what the misplay is, I just like I know I'm fucking up somewhere. One time? It's actually beyond stupid now. Holy shit. Like I low rolled the demon outcome. I think like in the last 15 games. Anytime it's been 2 outcomes, it's been the worst one. Like in the last. Well, darn it. Maybe Hellfire is the way I don't die.
Too bad we didn't cue in into a moment where Reynad shows his skills of playing the game. When he played Raran, I didn't see his Hearthstone skills very well. And here is... I don't know about that. I don't know about this. Is there a video that shows any amount of skills? Please?
Copying too fucking stupid, this game.
Man, I wish I would see more of that. I wonder why he's not streaming BAZAAR right now.
That was my fucking game for my streak. I had to play 2 30-minute games against shit priest fucking race.
Have Reynad considered playing 3 drops in his deck? Have you considered that? Because he sort of skipped the 3 drop part. I don't think he considered, you know, contesting early boards in the first place where they get stronger and stronger. He can't do that. He's a control deck that loses to aggro. Congratulations, Reynad. Your deck sucks. And it's not about skill because there's no skill required to do this, to play this deck. But what is required is some fine-tuning because you can't just play pure control and then cry about it when you get beaten by aggro, because that's not what skilled players do. That's where he lacks skill. Not only he didn't show abundance of skill, he's lacking skill because he doesn't understand that he got beaten by aggro because aggro just does it very easily. But I needed this win, bro. I need. Pay more to Hearthstone, bitch. Pay more time and patience to Hearthstone is what I'm saying. He decided not to do that, so I'm pretty pissed. Philippines. Damn. That's a move I've never seen before. I'm glad his
I
name
had
is not
so much fun
Vitaly.
boxing.
I'm glad his face does not look like he come from Ukraine neighboring country, you know?
How to
I'm glad he's just a gamer who doesn't get salty in real life.
punch correctly.
You know?
How to do it. Once we knew how.
Bro just showed Giga Chat privilege that he has. Touching a woman once a month? That's too big of a privilege. Don't fucking flex, please. Alright? Oh, wow. He was really successfully quitting Hearthstone for a while. Damn. I don't think there is Hearthstone footage that we want to see. I think we can just bury Reynad and all his reputation and forget about the dude. I don't think he has a face anymore that we should and would respect.
What's up, guys? Is that coming?
Unless he shows up in a Raran video, then all sins are forgiven. Because he's just going to be the clown part of the video, you know? Wait, I'll give you the clown sound. I do have that. It's going to be one of those in the video. The noobers.
Sydney, Australia.
He would have to get, if they play Hearthstone together with Raran, Or I don't want to have to give handicaps to Reynad. It's so
Yeah,
sad.
I have the our house catacombs, and
For any fucking weirdo ratio NPCs who think that Reynad is still better than me somehow, you don't understand how success works, how money makes more money. You, you understand that, right? When you have money, you can make more money. When you don't have money, you can make more problems. You might actually end up below growth line. If you don't even have to hit rock bottom to be completely fucking toast and homeless basically. You just have to be below poverty line where your life sucks a little bit more, where you start feeling the gravity of rock bottom basically. And there's no real way to get out unless you build a business. And that sort of thing is you gotta get lucky. You gotta get your idea approved by many people. Or you have to press subscribe and save me from this fucking poverty line. So you should never praise people who already broken through and make more money because they have money. You know, like what are you talking about? Because they spend money to get experience to make even more money and associate with people who can make money to make more money. While broke ass bitches like us, they can only dream about this, about breaking through and starting to actually grow whatever they want to grow. Doesn't have to be overly specific. I can just invent new type of Bitcoin and all of a sudden I'm a fucking trillionaire. Just because your eyeballs invested into a specific fucking phase doesn't mean that that phase is better than the new phase of anything, right? Your sunk cost fallacy is not gonna help you, my friends.
all of a sudden,
Please show me skill or something interesting, Reynad. Please show me a reason why anyone would click on this video. You bet bro was playing Handlock, Warlock, and it wasn't even like a real deck. It was just his own fucking shit creation of wasting his first 3 turns just to summon an 8/8 for 4 mana sometimes. And even though he was able to do it, it was already too late and he didn't even have like taunting cards to be able to stop the attack. I don't know, man. It was fucking disgusting to look at. And then him getting salty about it. I'm sorry, bro.
I figured
So please redeem
it
yourself.
out.
The worst thing that could possibly happen is we look back into the past and it's like, I don't think Reynad was good to begin with. I think he was just one of those like rare people who got a boost of stamina and got to play with his computer for way too long and build something out of it. You always have to reinvent yourself, obviously, when you're a bit above poverty line to be able to stay afloat. You have to reinvent yourself based on the amount of money you have, because once you reinvent, you get even more money. And it just never fucking ends. But when you're below poverty, there's things called work, there's those things called annoyances that you have to deal with. You have to add in extra time to things that you don't want to add extra time to. You cannot achieve proper independence. So unless this person is actually nice to the greater population of people, which he is nice, he has released a product, and the product is free, and he endorsed the Hearthstone sort of model, and he even convinced Kripparrian that his product is good enough for Kripparrian to just switch and experience like constant patches and like feeling of like greater community than in Battlegrounds. Like he was able to achieve a few things for the broke ass bitches audience, but we deserve better.
I have 2 men.
Because I don't know, man, I would pay $10 at this point to get a game that fucking you press play and it fucking plays. I prefer that. I prefer not to see Kripparrian gets randomly disconnected from the game. You know, I prefer to see something slightly more slick.
Rude? That's true, Dawson. I am a generally rude person.
Why does the Reynad remind me of this? Where, wait, something like this. A person that looks very rude. You know, you're increasing your rudeness with mewing. Let's go, bro. It feels like that's the vibe right now.
Her next turn. Still gets siphon sold on curve. That's the unfortunate part.
You know what the actual unfortunate part is? I thought we're gonna see some rats. What rat race? Is that because he drinks tea? What?
You think that's gonna stop the queen?
Yeah, I'm not convinced that Reynad is builds a proper deck for this. Because you can't just play a bunch of weak one drops. You understand that, right? You can't do that. What are you drawing into? What's the point? Playing 5 mana 8/8 though very early, that was pretty badass advantage though. So I'm not exactly sure if there was a better version for this deck. It's very, very, very aggressive. Bloodsail Corsair just to summon patches? I don't know, man. This looks weird.
Or
Wait, he loses?
So many outs too.
Oh, no, he can't lose.
Oh, it feels so right.
Damn. Freeze Mage. That's one of the things that make me vomit. While Reynad is ranting about Druid being in its own fucking tier, and Redditors being fucking toxic or whatever, and YouTube comments being toxic, he didn't say anything bad about Freeze Mage, though. A deck that literally doesn't play the game. You know? He had perfect opportunity to be relatable to me, to give me something satisfying to listen to, but instead I have to fucking listen to how he hates Druid or some bullshit like that. Something that I denounce very hard. I like Druid, and I probably like every version of Druid that ever existed. It might just have been the most fair class of all time. Except, maybe, when you can summon really big minions really early, or when you play the stupid fucking Dungar. I don't. There's some definitely Druid versions that I will denounce, but like, I probably like Druid as the most as a class, and here's a class that should never have existed in the first place.
8 mana.
That's impressive. It's impressive to win game after game with this quest. And yeah, Deathstalker Rexar is one of the ways out, so you can have infinite value even if you run out of cards, which is doomed to happen, basically. I'm still suspecting that this deck was not very well made, especially when he is forcefully not having 2-drops. That's kind of fucking weird, dude. Playing Kalisa just for the hell of it. Like, the point is not to top deck a 1-drop, is it? Like, are you kidding me? Like, Kalisa does not seem correct whatsoever. But that was sweet. It wasn't skillful, it was pretty sweet. Sweet deck that I would attempt to play if I could. No, fucking Jade Druid, fuck that shit. Oh my god, this is the most toxic fucking thing you can put together. Toxicity overload, boys. I do denounce Jade Druid. I don't like that. Alright, we get to watch one more video. Can we do this? There's not a lot of content, to be honest.
Are we just snap keeping?
Why is the quality so low?
This Hemet?
I'm scared, guys.
Yeah, we are.
You just spam his face? How would you do that?
My deck's actually slower, so it's probably a mistake to attack turn 1 with the weapon.
Yay!
Yeah.
I knew he was about to say that. I just didn't know what it means, but yeah. He addressed the exact issue.
Sometimes mistakes happen.
But where's the skill? Show me skill, though. It actually is a lot more trickier to find skillful moves unless the person brags about it. Which is kind of a good note for me to know that before I make some kind of crazy move, I have to brag and acknowledge it. But, well, acknowledging a mistake is good, is a little bit of skill, but we don't want that.
Already pulled patches out.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I'm about to fucking...
Situationship. You could have hit your own minion.
I'm not proud of this chat.
Trade in. I don't know, man. Don't you, like, need to keep card draw? Especially after this?
But it's happening.
Why, this is really bad.
It's worse than Lights Justice. There's nothing worse.
But I don't know why chat exists when it's trash. I'm not calling people trash, I just, like, it's so fucking tiny, I'm not reading this. Wait, what's going on? Does it really add to the video at all? Oh, he has to full trade to survive, and he's probably gonna survive just fine.
You have the lightning. However, my deck was misbuilt.
However, spell damage totem.
By a couple cards. Both of those things deserve a loss, basically.
You dodged it.
Ooh. Bullet fucking dodged.
He's talking about this weapon destruction. It wasn't too crazy of a game. He just now takes control of the board and all of a sudden he's winning. Is that too crazy? He could have just had a few Borklers and be completely fine wiping all these Murlocs away. That's it. It's kind of lame. I didn't enjoy that at all. The opponent didn't put enough pressure, basically. Except with this. This was the toughest move to hold on to. But it's just because, like, Reynad was behind on the board and it's just kind of pathetic. But the whole time he's just fighting 1-1s. There's no appeal to this video. 80,000 views, though. Okay. There's most replayed.
That's what I was at. Not to draw.
Oh, people really want to feel what it's like to play a legendary card, isn't it? What it's like to be rich. Fucking weird, dude.
Boys.
That's it. That ends. Thanks for watching. I mean, I try to dig into the past to see some cool shit, but I actually got horribly disappointed. And I actually no longer know why Reynad even has appeal. Yeah, that's a problem I have right now. Maybe I projected way too much esteem on this guy. Maybe we have to step back a little bit. Thanks for watching.